So, hi, it's Denise. Here I'm going to use my two stencils, and I always go to the store and find things. I found these in the dollar section of Target, and I did a little test. And what I want to do is kind of make a picture hanger. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. I started with DECO Art's chalky acrylic paint in lace, and I just kind of put it on there nice and evenly. I want some of the wood grain to come through. So here I'm using the DECO Arts Treasure. It looks like a really bold color, but I put it on very lightly and with some water, and then I rubbed it back with my cloth. I just wanted to have that accent of the teal look. So I'm going to use a manila folder to create a stencil. When you want something symmetrical, the easiest thing to do is to use something that has a fold in it, and the manila folder will hold up pretty well to my paint. So I'm just going to eyeball it and center it and draw half of a heart shape, because that's the shape in my head I decided I wanted. So back to second grade, if you want something symmetrical, only draw half of it. Draw on the fold, cut on the fold. So I used the positive to figure out where to put the negative, because I realized when I put that down I couldn't figure out what I was doing. So there's a little light pencil line there, and then I'm just filling it in with the DECO Arts primary magenta. The red didn't really look like it was juicy enough, so I used the magenta. And again, I'm trying to get some of that wood look to come through. Okay, it kind of looks like it doesn't make sense what I'm doing. I'm covering up what I just did. I'm using the DECO Arts gesso, but what I want to do is I want to pull the look of the Starry Night stencil through, have the red revealed, and then leave a little bit of a texture from the actual stencil sitting on top of the wood. So I'm using just a baby wipe to pull it back, and that's what happens when you do that. It's actually a pretty cool effect. And then I went in and it didn't cover the whole heart, so I just kind of made it. Okay, so here I am doing it again. I'm actually working back and forth between two pieces. I wanted it to be a set and look the same, so each step I'm doing at the same time on each piece. So I noticed I had the little smooches coming out of the sides of the hearts, so I decided to use the white gesso to kind of outline it and make that mistake into an opportunity, and to fix the little smooches of red paint. using the bottom of the Ganesha stencil to create a surface underneath the bottom of the heart. So I'm using the titanium white, and it kind of gives it a little platform underneath. So here I'm going to use the QUINACRIDONE Nickel Azo Gold and glazing medium right on top. I felt like it was too white, everything was too, the value was too the same, so I put that on top and then let it dry a minute or two and then pull it off with a baby wipe. And what happened when I pulled it off with the baby wipe, it actually distressed it a bit, I saw more of the wood, and I liked the way it looked. And then I actually used the dirty baby wipes on the bottom where I put the Ganesha stencil because now that looked too white. So everything's always a play back and forth and figuring things out. So the next thing I did was I let that dry, ran over to my computer, printed out 2 words. I used charcoal on the back just to transfer. I found a font I liked and I just created my own transfer paper. And now I'm going to go over that several times with paint and stuff because apparently I can't make a decision. So in the end there's about 3 layers on that word. Probably a little too much, but that's what happened. Okay, so I should have never done that because now you can't even read it. So after I did that, I had to go back and put some black on top, and I used a black fine line applicator. Live and learn! Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and you're having fun with all Jessica's great stencils and stamps. So I used a generous amount of glue, added my clips, and then finished off the edges with some of the white paint. And then when I was putting on the white paint, I kind of liked it, so I dragged some of it across it just to brighten it up a bit. And then done.